Hey guys, it's Breaking Brian back with another dispatch stream. This is going to be my last dispatch stream for a while. Hey Simba, thanks for coming, man. Did you finish the finale though? Um, you finished the finale, right, for Dispatch episode 7 and 8, right? Because if not, then yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, so I'm doing all right, just kind of busy. I'm so excited for Zootopia, just a week. Yeah, I'm excited too, man, for Zootopia too. I seriously cannot wait. Also, guys, let me know if you can hear me all right. Just want to make sure I sound good and all that. Um, yep. One second, guys. Let me just get some water while the chat flows. I'm back, and I need to put my lunch for tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing. How did you feel about the game's finale? It was really good, man. Really, really good finale. Yeah, so let's get this started. All right. Waiting for Walker Dead Phoenix to show up, but yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions. It's I'm not interested game enough for me to buy it. Well, Simba, did you watch Walker Dead's playthrough?
Hey Brian,
Hey man. Did you watch the playthrough?
I did a little, I did a little bit.
All right, man. Well, why don't you finish it? Cause I don't want to spoil the finale. You know.
Like me personally, I don't mind because I'm not interested in the game itself or to buy it, But that's
Yeah. Um. I mean, I can't buy the game either, but it's still great, and I watched the playthrough. So yeah. Sounds good. Wait. Only one more week. Yeah, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited.
it's kind of surreal, honestly, that Zootopia 2 is this close now.
Yeah. Um. Same, man. I'm really excited. I cannot wait. Okay, so really quick though for Dispatch. Hey, Sergeant Major Rick Grimes, thank you for showing up. So really quick with Dispatch, episode 7 was short, 45-ish minutes, and then episode 8 was like an hour and 20 minutes. It was like almost double. So yeah, um, that was good. I'll admit that's good. To make the finale, much longer because I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense. You have to kind of do that with stories if you can. But yeah, thanks for coming, Sergeant Major Grimes. I really appreciate it. If you can give a like here and there, I would really appreciate that. Um, what is okay? I gotta watch that too. Man, there's so many videos I have to watch. It's not fair. I don't have enough time to watch them. Um, but yeah, as far as what you said, Simba, yeah, I'm very excited for Zootopia too. It's like literally the movie I've been looking forward to for years, and I cannot wait, honestly, because we have just been, starved with Zootopia content for so long, and it's one of Disney's best. Also, Moana live action is coming out. They had the trailer for it, so yeah. But he was comfy for sure. Not front row. But yeah, man. So all right, guys. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Cause um, hold on. What is going on? Hold on one second. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, just ask me some questions if you guys can. This game was very. I will say that this game was crazy in how they made like there's Marvel, there's DC, there's the Invincible universe, and it's just like wow, like they kind of made a fourth superhero universe um through Dispatch, like Dispatch is kind of like that fourth superhero universe, and Walking Dead streams went. I probably never, Sergeant Major Grimes. Probably never. Those Walking Dead streams probably will never come back. Um, when Gimple releases the epic crossover show he teased, you know, when um when that happens, I've just been really busy and stuff. Um, I got Zootopia 2 that's coming out next week. I need to do my reaction for that, and then the non-spoiler review, the spoiler review. I need to do a stream on it too. Plus, I need to finish the mid-season finale of my Pimple series. I have to do that. I have to do it for episode 8 from season 6. I forgot the name of the episode, but yeah, there's that. So I don't know. Also, people want me to bring back deep dives for Walking Dead episodes, but I'm not really sure on that. Um, so yeah, there's that. Yeah, Walking Dead streams. I don't think I'm they're coming. I don't think I'm gonna bring them back. Like, cause what would I talk about? Oh, guys, let's talk more about how there's nothing new with this franchise. Like, like the Walking Dead franchise. Like, what's new about it? Like what's there to talk about? Like nothing. There's literally nothing new. Like. Gimple does not know how to run a franchise. Um,
Zootopia 2, on the other hand, there's lots to talk about in that series. Tons.
yeah, you're done with The Walking Dead completely. Well, not exactly. I got my Pimple series. The Pimple and the Dum Dums. I got that. I have a lot of episodes to do. Um, yeah, I got a lot of episodes to do for that series. It's not even funny because I'm in the middle of season 6 right now. Like, I have to do the rest of season 6 and season 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, wait, actually, there's no 12 and 13. And then Fear 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ugh, it just, yeah, like, I can't even. Um, but yeah, there's just so much where there's nothing new with The Walking Dead, Like, well, what am I gonna do a stream of an old episode or like, oh guys, Gimple said this? Nothing, like no news, It's just I don't know. I'm not really excited for it. I'm not looking forward to it. Like I don't see a point.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like, I remember a few years ago, you used to do live streams on The Walking Dead where you would review the older episodes, talk about them and stuff.
I did, but I got kind of tired of that because we had the trolls and stuff. We had this serious problem with the trolls, and hold on. If Rick appears in Daryl Dixon, will you stream that particular episode? Um, I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess I would. Well, there's Daryl in Dead City, but I know you don't watch those. Dude, Sergeant Major Grimes, hardly anyone watches Dead City and Daryl Dixon. Like, hardly anyone. Like, they're so, like, inconsequential. They're so pointless spin-offs. They're so boring. They're so lame. They're so uninteresting. Like, who wants to watch them legitimately? Like, people only watch those spin-offs because there's nothing else Walking Dead to look at. Like, there's plenty of great content, but there is nothing there for Walking Dead. Oh, hey man, thanks for coming.
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, good, good man. I'm glad you're here. Now we can stop talking about the no news on Walking Dead and just talk
Oh,
about Dispatch. Um, so yeah, man. So yeah, episode 7 and 8. So we kind of talked a little bit about seven before. So in private together. So we can talk more about episode 8 because episode 8 was pretty long. I kind of stayed up a little bit late last night to watch the stream with you and watch your stream. Um,
uh,
so
hey,
yeah,
hey, Brian.
yeah. Go ahead.
So I'm curious, like you watched the finale of Dispatch all the way through, right?
Yes, I've seen everything about Dispatch. Like I've actually even
So
before. Go ahead.
did the finale set up the season two?
It leaves room for a season two. I would say they do it the Zootopia way, where there is definitely room and more story to tell, and there's like plenty of characters to flesh out some more. But it ends in a satisfying way where you're like, okay, they don't leave it on a massive cliffhanger where it's like, hey, we need a season two because they didn't answer this problem. Um, so yeah, front row just expression. Everyone knows the. 1 second, but yeah, man. So Dispatch, Walker Dead. Um, episode yeah 8. So we have the cat guy making coffee, and putting rum in it. Which yeah, I'm a little curious. I'm a little concerned about that guy. Next time he might put a drug in there. So be careful. It's like. Make sure he doesn't drug you. If there's a season two, make sure that cat guy doesn't drug you. Um, but yeah, man, like what did you love about um episode 8? Like honestly.
What I liked it about episode 8, honestly, the action, the acting, like it was really good. Like I was just like, wow, this is actually pretty good. And the Dispatch stuff was also, pretty decent. There were some, parts where I was doing my playthrough. I was like, oh my god, you know what I mean? But it was really good. Like I had no problems.
Yeah. Hold on really quick. Sergeant Major Grimes. I I have to pick between the deep dives, Walking Dead streams, or the Pimple series. Like I have to like I can't do all of them. So like it depends on what the fans want more. You know what I mean? I might put it to a vote or something. Um. All right. So yeah. About what you said, Walker Dead. Um. Yeah, you're right. There was action. There was just with the characters, how it ended too. Um. I'm genuinely curious if there's going to be a season two because Robert has his suit now. So how would a season two work? Like it's called Dispatch. Does that mean we're going to play as Mandy in season two and she's going to dispatch and then we play as Robert when we go out there? Like is it like are they going to change the dynamic where um we're going to play as Robert and Mandy and then Robert we play as Robert as Mecha Man and then we play as Mandy doing the dispatch? Like like you know what I mean? Like I'm genuinely curious what they're going to do about that. Um, you know what I
Hey
mean?
Brian,
Yeah.
like the reason why I feel that Dispatch might get a season two is because from what I've seen, the game has been very successful.
Yes, the game did very well. It has pretty high scores, and it's just doing well. Like it's not winning game of the year. Like it is kind of late in the thing, and there's some other games out there that you know what's crazy. A lot of other games focus more on the gameplay. Like they'll pick what was that thing? The Daryl Dixon walking simulator. What was that called again?
First person shooters.
No, the one where Daryl is running the walking simulator. Um, Death Stranding. Like crappy games like that get game of the year because they have great graphics or they have huge open worlds, like you know what I mean, like a lot of games like that get, you know what I mean, a lot of like those games stand out more for game of the year because it looks super realistic, it has big open world, look at the gameplay, there's so much gameplay you can do, it's like um so yeah, there is that, unfortunately, you know. Okay, so um
So, do you agree, Walker Dead, that the game might get a season two based on how successful it's been? I mean, it could. I mean, I could definitely see a season two if I'm being honest. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, from what I heard, the game sold like 10 million units or 10 million copies. So yeah, that's a lot, and the yeah, that tells me that yeah, the game did really good.
yeah, it did very well. It definitely did. Like it, I don't like I said, I don't think it's getting game of the year. It's just I definitely think that like I said, it is kind of late in the thing. The year's almost over, but also like I said, gameplay stands out more, and Dispatch doesn't have the best gameplay as far as like, when you're playing as Robert doing the dispatch, that is not going to make people's heads turn and be like, "Wow, this game is amazing." Games are always, hey, a shooter or something, you know what I mean? That is what gameplay is largely based off of, with shooter games. Um, and then, so in the episode, Waterboy joins the team, and then it's funny, the roster is getting just so big, and then we have the part here where it was so funny. As soon as I saw Roy bursting out of Robert's where he keeps the mecha suit, I just knew like, oh yeah, he's fighting Invisigal. Like that's that was funny. He's just holding, nothing. It's kind of funny. Um, and it's just like, it's funny. Like how do you get caught and you can turn invisible? Like, I could be wrong, but someone told me that the way Invisigal's powers work is she has to hold her breath to turn invisible. Um, which I don't know. Now looking back, I might have to look back on that, but wouldn't that be crazy? So I guess in a way it kind of does make sense. She goes invisible. Like she can't go invisible for long. I like I said, I could be wrong, but I think that's what that was mentioned. Not mentioned. Theorized. But yeah, it's just this gal is telling, dude, like, oh my goodness, it's so funny how like um I guess what I'm saying is, I definitely think the drama between Robert and Invisigal, I definitely think it's more interesting than him and Blonde Blazer as far as the drama, because with him and with Robert and Mandy, there wasn't really drama there. It was just a healthy attraction and mutual respect and relationship. But with Invisigal and Robert, there is, I would say it has the more growth. You know what I'm saying? Walker Dead. It has more growth than Robert and Mandy because in terms of like characters, you know what I mean? But like I said, that doesn't
But
mean that doesn't mean I ship them because um, a lot of people ship Robert and Invisigal, but like I said before, she's done some messed up things, and she has kept a lot of secrets. So it's like one of those things where it's like, oof, yeah, like it's like it reminds me of the Lion King too, except that the backstabbing, except the backstabbing, secret keeping love interest in this version is a female, not a male. It's just like, isn't that funny how it's like it's a role reversal? Um, like,
hey, Brian.
yeah,
So, do you have a favorite character so far?
I think it's Robert. He's just a lot of fun. He's just very relatable. But I really like Mandy too, and Invisigal is a lot of fun. Um, like in terms of drama and her dynamic with Robert, where a lot of people ship them, but me personally, I'm like, nah, I don't really ship them because that's kind of a toxic relationship. But as friends, though, it definitely feels better. So yeah, I do have favorite characters. Robert, Mandy, and Invisigal. I find Invisigal's drama and story more interesting than Mandy's. But I find Mandy, I like her character more. I wish we got more of her. In the Gimple series, what's the joke behind Gimple crushing on Denise? Oh, the joke is he likes fat chicks. Sergeant Major Grimes. Gimple has an obsession with with fat characters. He likes fat people. So yeah, that's a joke. Um, but also like you see comic Denise, and then and then TV Denise, and they're like so different, and it's like Gimple, like what, like why did you pick this actress? And it's just like, because he thought she was gorgeous. That's the joke. But yeah. Okay, so back to the stream. Um, but yeah, like okay, so Invisigal, and also her dynamic with Robert is funny. He gets scissors to cut her loose, and then she's like, they were like plastic scissors, and she's like, "Are we in kindergarten?" It's just, it is kind of funny. I thought about that too. I'm like, wow, like who, like this is a serious office. Like, what kind of scissors are those? Who? Because this is not Robert's office. This is a advanced lab. Like who brought these scissors here, like who thinks that scissors like that would make sense in a lab like this serious. It just doesn't make sense. And then you had the guy who was using the bathroom, and then just that scene with Robert and Invisigal where they're like, that guy's knocked out and he's indecent, like should we do something about that? Just, oh my goodness, like the comedy in this game is hilarious. And yeah, it's just yeah, go ahead, Walker Dead. Like, what are your thoughts on some of the things that they did in this episode in terms of
So
comedy and
I do have a question for both of us. I do. What's up? And my question is, what episode has been your favorite? Uh,
that's tough. I mean, I really do like, gosh, I don't know. Um, episode one is great. So episode one is great, but not my favorite. It's great though. And then episode two was kind of slow, and then three not the best, and then four is really good. Five, nice. Six, really good. Then seven, wow, and then eight's like the finale. Just I don't know. I would say my least favorite are like two, three, five. I think something like that. But yeah, go ahead, Walker Dead.
I liked the bar episode. I mean, like I said before, and I'll say it again, the bar episode's really good. I really enjoyed it. Like Robert and the Z team, like beating the living heck out of all the other Red Ring members in the villain bar. Like that was great. I'm sorry, that was like really good. In my opinion, it was just really good. Like it was the whole scene. It was just like Robert and the Z team. They're they're fighting back, and then Robert and the Visitor Girl, like, they they break the guy's actual hands with the help of punch up. That was good too. I'm like, yes, this guy is getting what he deserves.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh yeah, that was five, wasn't it? Yeah, no, that was great too.
Yeah,
Dang it, I forgot about that. Um, yeah, that was great too. Not my favorite. That was one of the best scenes though, like in the game. But like, I don't think it was my favorite episode, but it was still great.
yeah. I mean, it's one of my favorites personally, but I'm just saying, like the bar fight. Oh my goodness, like it made me like the team. You know what I mean? In
Yeah,
a weird
yeah.
way, like it made me like the team. Sonar, Flampe, Golem, Malevola. Like it made me like them. I'm like, this is great. Hey, Walker Dead. Gone. So, who has been your least favorite and favorite characters? Favorite characters, definitely Robert, Invisigirl, Bomb Blazer. Chase is up there. He's really good. He's funny. And then for characters I don't like, yeah, it's tough. At first, I really didn't like. I'm gonna be honest. At first, I really did not like Bombay. I do think he was at the start of the game. I didn't like him because he was just being a jerk. Um,
He was funny
I
though.
didn't like. I didn't. I mean, he was funny. I'm not gonna lie, but then again, he got better as the game progressed. So I can't really complain about his character too much. But in the very beginning of the game, I really didn't like Pompey, but he got better. And then Toxic, he was like so annoying. He was like, "Oh yeah, your dad's dead." I'm like, "Oh, he'll be so proud of you," but he's dead. Shroud killed him. I'm like, "Just shut up, dude." I'm like, "Toxic, just shut your mouth." Like, come on.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there were some characters that were annoying, but like I mentioned this before to you, and I'm like, dude, how is it that Flambe had a better redemption arc than than some Walking Dead characters? You know, like Strand, like Nicholas, like you know
Morgan.
Morgan. Like it's just like, and let's remember, Flambe is still a jerk. Like if you kiss Invisigal at the end, he says something like, "Oh, Robert, you better get your licks in now because it's never going to happen again," or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? With you and Invisigal, like, you know what I mean? And just and when they were talking, he's like, Invisigal took a bullet for him. Yeah, I would never do that. Like, yeah, we're aware you would never do that. You know. Um, but yeah, it's just really funny. You know, like I said, even he had a better redemption arc than than a lot of Walking Dead characters. And then yeah, we get to see Baby Arms again. And to be fair, even though Toxic is annoying, like even he gets annoyed with Baby Arms because he's like, we'll break their arms, like. You know, because they broke mine. And he's just like, yeah, we get it. Okay, gosh, you're so annoying. Like, even he's annoyed with his crap, you know? Um, it's just like, gosh, man, it's just so ridiculous. Like, seriously, like, oh my goodness, like, like even the villains, like the bad guys, get frustrated at each other, and then we have, Robert versus, Shroud and his, weird spider mech suit. And what's also sucks about it is, seriously, like, he predicts everything. This was such a frustrating part of the fight because Shroud literally, when you said to him, "Hey, predict me kicking your butt," he literally knew you were gonna say that, and it's just like, oh my goodness, like, dude, like that is creepy and also very scary because it's like, how does he know what you're gonna say? Like, that's just like. He like, what does he have, the universe AI in his head? Shroud, like,
I mean, like Shroud. I mean, to be fair, Shroud did say in the episode too, like he's not just a few steps ahead; he's miles ahead. Like he's
except
really
yeah.
smart.
Yeah, well, it's because he can see every possible outcome, every butterfly effect. Like, but like when the Until Dawn game started, he saw every possible ending and choice. Like as soon as the beginning of the game started, like that's how Shroud thought. But the one thing he couldn't predict was Robert giving him both pulses. That was the one thing that he couldn't have predicted,
Right?
which is so crazy. Um,
Yeah.
that was yeah. That was the one thing he couldn't predict. Um,
Hey,
and then
Brian.
yeah, go ahead.
So I just want to add, like, would you put the dog Beef as one of your favorite characters?
I definitely loved him. I definitely loved him, but I would say he was not one. I would say like he was in top five, maybe. Like maybe if I think about it, because he was adorable. He was cute. I love Beef, but like that's the thing about Beef. He's not really a character. You know what I mean? He's just like he's kind of just there. But that's okay. He's just he's the dog. It makes sense. And then the part where Hold on, really quick. Let me read the chat. I'm surprised you haven't made fun of one of Morgan's quotes. You know what it is. Oh yeah, no. Sergeant Major Grimes. I we haven't gotten there yet. But I did say something like "No one's gone until they're gone" or something like that. Like I did do something like that. Or you were supposed to. Yeah, I know. I hate those quotes. Like no one talks like that. Like at least with like when at least like see dialogue in Dispatch is so much better because when they're like hand over the Astropulse and Robert's like you want it, come and claim it. Like that is a good line, you know. But you just have a character saying, "You know what it is. I was supposed to." It's just you can obviously see the dialogue difference, you know, and how different it is. Like and how like you can tell the difference between a writer who tries and writers who don't try at all. Like you can really see it.
Right. And then, and of course, Robert. I mean, as we know, there was the fight between Robert and Trout, and Trout was also fighting the Z team. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Because at first I'm like, oh snap, the team's gonna lose. Like Robert's gonna lose, but then somehow, I mean, obviously they didn't show it, but it was established that Mandy gave Chase her gem, and and in doing that, Chase, got like a level up, but he's like faster. And that was a big surprise. I mean, well, not a big surprise. It was definitely a surprise to me because I'm here thinking like, okay, okay, they're gonna kill Chase either in episode 7 or 8, but they chose the reverse opposite, to keep him around, and that was a pretty like that was pretty interesting. Like I wasn't expecting that. I really thought they were gonna go with okay, Chase dies somewhere in episode 7 or 8, but they put a 360, meaning they had Mandy give Chase her gem, which gave him like a power boost in terms of his powers. But yeah, that was crazy. But what did you think about that, Bray?
Yeah,
That moment.
that was an interesting switcheroo. Because yeah, like I said, now Mandy doesn't have her powers, so there's that complication. And but yeah, that was interesting because um, I think like it was pretty obvious that um, Chase was faster than Blonde Blazer. Like when he went past Shroud like that, you can kind of see how he was faster than Blonde Blazer. So I think Chase had his own powers and you know what I mean? And he had Blonde Blazers. He had the gem and his own powers. So you know what I mean? That it's kind of like a two for two powers in one kind of thing, you know? Um but yeah, okay,
So,
wait, hold on. Let me read the
so
chat real quick. I love The Walking Dead 813 episode, but what was ruining it? I didn't love that episode. That episode was garbage, I think. I don't know. Was them having Gavin's ghost yell to Morgan, "You were supposed to." Yeah, that whole thing, like, make no sense. It was just annoying to have Morgan see dead people use his quotes during the middle of battle. LOL. Yeah, it's like no one cares. Like, oh, you were supposed to. Like Morgan himself could have been like, supposed to what? Like, I don't understand. Like Gimple thought he was writing like an amazing genius. No, he was a moron, and he still is. Okay, guys, back to you guys. Go ahead.
So what I was gonna say is I really like this game looks like the graphics and the style. Like it's very comic booky, very bright and colorful, and I just love how comic booky it looks. Very similar to Invincible.
Yeah, because it makes sense. Like they didn't have the budget to make a live action game, so it makes sense to do a comic book game. Um,
And it worked because, I mean, look how good it is. It's so invincible. And I'm like, this is a good game. Like, it looks good. Like, very comic booky. I'm digging it.
yeah, I do too. Because one thing about a game is if you cannot pull off the live action look, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like if you are like if like when I remember looking at The Walking Dead Telltale game, like first time, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is on the show, and people are like, no, no, it's the comic, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense because the characters in the show they don't look like this, you know, and then you have the Game of Thrones Telltale game, obviously, and it's like, yeah, no, this looks bad, like the graphics look terrible, you know, so it's just. Yeah, they definitely did the right thing by being like, "Hey guys, no, we're making a comic book um, game, and also like I mentioned this to Simba earlier, Walker Dead. Like, we have you have Marvel, you have DC, you have Invincible, but now you have Dispatch, kind of like the fourth superhero universe, and. And I know we've mentioned this many times before, but it's like, man, if only like Dispatch was like, it would have been cool if Dispatch was a prequel to Invincible, but sadly it's not. Although like it could work. That would be crazy, but obviously it's not. But it would have been cool though. All I'm saying is just it would have been cool. But yeah, it's okay. It's its own story, so I'm okay with that. And just yeah, this Dispatch was really good, man. The ending, we defeat Shroud by giving him both pulses. We save Beef, we save everyone, and then yeah, you kill Shroud, and I knew that was coming. I knew that was going to be a choice in the game. Like, why wouldn't it be? You know.
Right, but when you first, I mean, like, yeah, you did predict it that could be a choice, but when I went with the choice, what did you think about that? Did you blame me, or were you like, yes, kill him?
I mean, I saw it before, so I kind of knew it was going to happen. Like, I knew you were going to kind of do that, so I wasn't really surprised. Listen,
But do you agree that Shroud kind of needed to die? Like, do you think he deserved what was coming to him? Because remember, he threatened to kill Beef.
oh
He
yeah, yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
his gang put it. He ordered his gang to put people in danger. He tried to kill Robert, but Invincible took the bullet for him. So, what do you think? Do you think he needed to go?
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely do. Definitely. Um, no, 100%. It's just that, like, I'm curious how this will matter in season two. If they do a season two. I'm curious. Oh, wait, real quick. POV. The group reports Henry's missing, and Morgan, instead of helping look for him, we got Gavin yelling at him, "You were supposed to. Let's give Gimple an award." Sarcasm. Yeah, I know. Like, it's so funny how, they think that, like, we care about that. Like, like Morgan is like, why is he having regrets about not killing Gavin when Henry did it? When Henry is missing and could be dead? That is something that he should not be thinking about. It's stupid. Like that's how stupid Gimple's head is. He thinks that a real life person would have a problem with this. Walker Dead. Imagine Robert fighting when he was fighting Shroud in the suit. Imagine him thinking like, "Oh shoot, did I leave the stove on in the apartment?" Like imagine he thinks about that, and the floating stove is like, you killed me, Robert. You killed me." Like
I don't
yeah,
know.
that
I
is
don't know how to feel with that.
if Gimple was writing Dispatch, he would think that's a genius scene. He
Oh
would
my god.
like that's how he would do it. That's how he would do it. Like you didn't turn me off, Robert. I'm gonna die now because of you. I'm sorry, Stove. Oh my goodness, so stupid, so dumb. By the way, guys, thanks for the likes. I
Hey,
really appreciate that.
hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, do you think this game, Dispatch, better than The Walking Dead season one from Telltale?
Um, Better than season one of Telltale? I don't know. It's not as emotional. Where um um yeah, okay, yeah. So it's Dispatch is definitely not as emotional, but it is still really great. I mean, it's tricky. I will say that definitely it was something like The Walking Dead season one, like a breath of fresh air, of like, wow, this is a good story, good characters. I remember seeing this trailer in the beginning and being like, I don't know about this game. Like, I remember first seeing it, I'm like, I don't know. Like, well, what is this game? You know, originally I wasn't sure. I thought the game was gonna be like, is the whole game gonna be just the dispatch thing? You know, like sending heroes there. Like, is that the whole game? You know, like, but no, it's not. And I started like looking into it more. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that's ad hoc. Obviously, they left the partnership with Telltale because Telltale was taking a million years to get their half of the money for the Wolf Among Us 2 for the project, and they never delivered. So ad hoc was like, "Screw you guys, we're leaving. We're doing our own thing." They literally ad hoc did this game so well, and you just have like, meanwhile, like, where's Telltale? Like, and seriously, let's just call them Failtale now. But yeah, like, what have they been doing in the last several years? Like, at least Ad Hoc got this out. They took their time with this game and they delivered. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, man, what has Telltale been doing? Like, in the last several years, man. Just, like, watch season 2 of Dispatch come out in 2 years. I would say 2 years minimum. We'll get a season 2, and watch us get a season 2 before Wolf Among Us 2. You know what I mean? Like, just
And honestly, and being completely honest, like like I know Dispatch had a very comic like style feel to it, but I mean Wolf Among Us season one also had a very comic booky feel to it in a
it
way.
did. It did. It was based off a comic book. That's what The Wolf Among Us is. It's based on a comic book. The Fables comics. But yeah, Telltale, that's what they were good at for a while, doing comic book stuff. And then they decided, not to do that. And obviously, you know what happened? They abused the fans. They abused their employees. They, lied and manipulated the fans multiple times, and they went out of business. Then they came back from the dead. And then what did they do? They, gave the fans, after waiting so long, that stupid Expanse game that no one asked for, and now they're going out of business again. Like, of course.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so what are your guys' thoughts?
Well, like I said, I totally think they deserve all the success they've been getting with Dispatch. I'm glad that game succeeded, and I'm glad that game like did as well as it like they deserve.
I agree. They do deserve it, though. I mean, they deserve the praise because, like I mentioned before, and I'm going to mention it again. Who knows if we're going to get the Wolf Among Us season 2, and who knows if it's going to, come out. I mean, like I said before, also I point out the obvious. Like I was like, listen, this year's pathway from being over. There's so nothing about the Wolf Among Us season 2, and there's no denying it because I'm like, listen, Telltale's communication sucks. Okay, look at Dispatch. Dispatch has been doing really good. It sold 10 million copies, and it's a really successful game. And at this point, I want more Dispatch. I don't care how long I have to wait. I wouldn't mind if Dispatch did get a season 2.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, man. Except as far as the wait, yeah, you once you get past the 6, once you get past the 5 years, 10 years, then it's like, yeah, no, no. Once you get past 10 years, no, it's never coming out. You know what I mean? Like,
Like I said before, like who knows if this game's even coming out because Telltale's communication sucks. And if Telltale's communication isn't the best, then of course some people are going to lose hope about the game happening because there's still nothing about the Wolf Among Us season 2 because Telltale's communication is bad. Their
oh yeah,
communication sucks, man.
oh it does.
As,
I mean, yeah, because they have
as,
nothing. That's why they're keeping quiet. Sorry, I was just gonna say that's why they're shut. That's why they're not telling the fans anything. They have nothing to give. They have no money for The Wolf Among Us 2 because The Expanse was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Simba.
Because me personally, I think Wolf Among Us 2 is dead. Unfortunately, I think that game is dead. If that game ever does come out, no one's gonna care about it. No one's gonna buy it. It's gonna flop.
Well, it depends on if the game even comes out. Like, say, I don't know, 2026, and if the game does come out by 2026 or 2027, how do we know that the story is going to be good? But we don't know because Telltale's not saying anything. Like you said, Brad, they're keeping quiet, and I'm like, of course they're keeping quiet. They've been keeping quiet all year.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's not a good sign. Oh heck no.
Definitely. So yeah, man, like there's just a lot with Dispatch season 2 that they could do. They could really flesh out Robert and Mandy's relationship, or Robert and Invisigal's relationship, or the whole, hey, Invisigal turned evil, what do you do about that? Depending on people's choices. They could make, to be fair, I think they did this with Batman a little bit. They made like sometimes they make like not two separate games, but sometimes they make like a whole new episode. Yeah, like a whole new episode or two, depending on your choices. So yeah, sometimes it's like that.
Yeah, that's true. Because Telltale's Batman season 2 did do that.
And the ironic thing is, like Batman season 2, The Enemy Within, I'm pretty sure that's the game that pretty much bankrupted the company.
No, I don't think it was Batman season 2. I think it was.
Oh wait. Well, I mean.
No, I don't think it was Batman season 2 because.
Well, there were some problems with Batman season 2 though. Like with Batman season 2, they did it too soon. After season 1, like season 1 just finished, and they kind of just threw season 2 out for the fans. It was too soon. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I do agree. I do agree that it was too soon, but at the same time, I don't think that's the game that made the company go bankrupt. Telltale went bankrupt because they kept, like you said, wasting their money and not allowing their employees to go home.
Like you see, that's the problem with Telltale back then, and why they went bankrupt. The fact that they kept on churning games out so quickly, and they kept on pushing games out so fast that like that's why they went bankrupt. They just kept on churning games out like no tomorrow.
Yeah, they did. They just did too much.
Yeah, they were doing too much, and as we all know, they continued to lose money, and that's why Telltale, in my opinion, went bankrupt because they're doing too much. They're doing too much. I mean, hell, look at. I mean, Telltale's The Walking Dead season 4. As much as some people love that game, 4 episodes. That season should. Telltale's season 4 should not have been 4 episodes. I'm sorry, because Telltale. Because think about it, Telltale only before they went bankrupt, they only wrote the first 2 episodes, and then Skybound had to come in there and finish the other 2 episodes, which did feel a little rushed. I'm not gonna lie. Like some of the things in those 2 episodes of Telltale's season 4 did feel a little rushed. I'm like, yeah, I'm not digging this.
I personally feel that the reason that season was 4 episodes is because, like, that game pretty much released right about when Telltale was, like, on the brink of, like, closing down. So they probably had no money, no budget to do 5 episodes. So, like, 4 episodes was probably all they could afford.
I understand that, but there's no denying the fact that, the final 2 episodes, the 2 that Skybound did, they kind of rushed it, bro. They rushed it. If you really think about it, like some of the stuff, like some of the things in the game, just I don't know. It just those 2 episodes just felt rushed to me. Like they're like okay, like they're in episode 3 of Telltale's The Walking Dead season 4, like, okay, they're trying to get to the boat, but then again, by the time you get to episode 4, it's like, okay, you're close to the end, and I'm like, this is. I don't know, like they're rushing. They were rushing, in my opinion. But then again, the season was 4 episodes. I'm like, no, it shouldn't have been 4 episodes.
And like that's the reason why Skybound had to come in and finish the game, is because Telltale at that point was like done. They were gone at that point. So Skybound had to come in.
They went out of business. The old Telltale games went out of business because they were doing too much. And then Skybound did help do the other 2 episodes of Telltale's The Walking Dead season 4. But it doesn't matter because Skybound still did those dumb Clem books, and then of course you'll get some dumb people who'll be like, "Oh, the books are canon." I'm like, no, they're not.
How do you feel about what I said, Brian?
I don't know. I lost track. I'm trying to read the chat. Okay, so Sergeant Major Grimes says, crazy if The Walking Dead Telltale becomes a new show Gimple would take a part of. Oh gosh, I hope not. Like, if Gimple ever had Clementine's story, he would ruin it so bad. Like, although to be fair, I do think a Clementine show, like, I do think it needs to happen in terms of it would revolutionize AMC again. To, like, imagine it. No more Rick and them, no more Gimple, no more, like, you know what I mean? Like, put in a new writer, like someone like me. Like, I could do it. I could do a Lee and Clementine show for 4 or 5 seasons max. I am in charge of it. I get the actresses. I plan out the story. I follow the games, just but do some changes here and there. I could do it, but it's unlikely it will never happen since Kurtman doesn't want Clem in the TV universe. Yeah, but the thing is, the Kurtman doesn't matter anymore. Like he rarely ever did. Like, I mean, think about it. They killed Carl. Like, you know, they milked Rick as a character like so much. They have Daryl as the face of the franchise. Like the Walking Dead TV universe is not Kurtman's to decide, like, at all. Like, even Kurtman doesn't own Clementine. Like, even he doesn't own her, I don't think, at all. Like, so yeah. Is there any storyline from the show you thought did it better than the comics? I guess Days Gone By. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some of the prison stuff. Now Alexandria, yes, they definitely did Alexandria better. The beginning with Alexandria, and no, wait, no, sorry, that's the comic. I'm sorry, you're talking about the show. Hold on, really quick. The Hunters, no, oh yeah, the Hunters. I think the show did that slightly better. And then No Way Out. No Way Out was good here and there. Yeah, the show was okay with No Way Out, pretty good. The show did better though. Gosh, I don't know. No, the show did not do All Out War better. New Beginning, no, Life and Death, no Turning Back. No, I would say, like, there's hardly any parts that, yeah, I would say there's very few arcs. Maybe I would say there's very little story that, the show did better than the comics. Whisper War, maybe?
No.
No, I would say no. I would say they were about even-ish. Season 4 definitely not rushed, especially since the episodes were longer than the other seasons. Yeah, that is true. I don't think Season 4 of Clementine's story was rushed. A 5th episode would have been nice,
4.
but
I don't know. Just in my opinion, 4 episodes. No, I disagree with that. It should have been 5. And that's just me being honest. Those can disagree, but come on, really, 4 episodes?
Well, it's like I said. Telltale, because they were going out of business, they had no money, they couldn't afford it, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, they had to make it 4 episodes, I think, because they just had issues there. Yeah. Anyways, also, can you guys believe that the comics ended over 6 years ago?
I can't believe that. That's crazy.
But, like, Brian, like, what I was saying, and like, what I want to hear your thoughts on, like, do you agree with me when I said that like Telltale couldn't finish the Walking Dead season 4 literally like came out, but like right as Telltale was shutting down, and that they only did 4 episodes because they ran out of money. They couldn't afford 5, and they literally shut down right in the middle of that season to the point where Skybound had to come in and save the day.
Yes. Yes, Telltale was hoping that they would be able to do all four. But they simply just ran out of money. The budget just simply did not work out. After like the massive amount of failures they were having, Telltale was really hoping that episode 1 and 2, they were really hoping they can last to get the whole season out, but they couldn't. Because they were on their last legs. Because the previous games before The Walking Dead season 4 destroyed Telltale as a company. It just wasn't enough. Um, okay, hold on. Let's see. But this season. Um, awesome goal. Yeah, guys, I have to end the stream soon. Um, but I will say this. Um, I will say this though. Walker Dead. Did you notice that Invisigal, when they were lifting up Robert and tossing him in the air and all that, which is really funny because a lot of them, they all never respected Robert prior. Like it's kind of like he's, it's just the main character stuff. Blonde Blazer, sorry, Mandy was gonna take a picture, and the cat guy was doing it instead. But did you notice that Invisigal crashed the photo? Like she came out of nowhere in the front. Did you notice that?
I did.
Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy
my
because like,
god!
yeah, it's like, how did you get out of the ambulance?
Unless she's really that fast. I mean,
But also the funny thing is when they took the picture, when the cat guy took the picture, Robert was out of the shot because they dropped him on the ground. Which-
oh my gosh.
yeah, so it's like, oh my goodness, like some things never change.
Hey Brian.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, in your opinion, like, do you think, like, what in your opinion, like, Dispatch had any flaws? Like, were there anything in the game you didn't like that you found a flaw?
I kind of wish there was more Mandy in the last couple of episodes. Like, I kind of wish Robert and her got some more time. Fun fact: the creators actually confirmed that Robert and they kind of confirmed there were supposed to be more scenes with Robert and Blonde Blazer or Mandy. There was going to be a little bit more scenes with them, but they just kind of got cut.
I wonder why.
I guess time, budget, just things happen. Um,
Did you get the thing I sent you and the one in yeah, if you click the chat icon in the bottom, you'll see.
um, oh yeah, Wolf Among Us 2 still in development. Has been delayed from the original.
Meanwhile, 2025 is almost over.
Yeah, yeah. Like, there's no way that this game is coming out in a month. Like, so ridiculous, man. It's just simply that, man. Telltale has nothing. They have no money left. Watch people. They're gonna forget Telltale and just go to ad hoc. Ad hoc is literally the new Telltale. And
Exactly.
was reward maybe if anything comic book was rushed in the games. I mean, yeah, I will admit, yeah, the comic book was a little bit rushed. The Walking Dead comics. I admit, Kurtman did rush them at the end because, like, we never got to see what happened to the kingdom after Ezekiel died. We never really even got to see Oceanside. We didn't get like we didn't get to see too much, enough of the Commonwealth, in my opinion. Like there was still a lot there we didn't really get, invested in too much. Like, so yeah, season 4 of The Walking Dead is 12. Wait, season 4 of The Walking Dead is 12 years old. I hate seeing. Wait, no. Oh, you mean that season 4? Yeah. Yeah, 12 years old. I hate seeing The Walking Dead get older now because it makes me feel old. Yeah, same, Sergeant Major Grimes. How do you think the actors feel? They're so old now. Like Gimple thought this franchise can go another 15 years. He is high. Okay, Gimple is high if he thinks this franchise can go up for another 15 years. Okay, like Gimple, look at Ad Hoc. Look at Dispatch. Okay, Dispatch doesn't even never existed before. A few years back, no one had the idea for Dispatch, until one day they're like, hey, why don't we create something new and fresh and whatever. This is like Dispatch is literally like the superhero version of Better Call Saul, which people said is just as good, if not better than Breaking Bad. You know what I mean? Like some people say that Better Call Saul is just as good, if not better, than Breaking Bad. And Dispatch, okay, I think Dan and some other people are like, yeah, no, this was a really great game. Like it is up there with some other story games that I love. So it's like, so it's like Gimple, like, stop getting hot, stop killing your one last brain cell in that thick head of yours, and come up with something original and good instead of just milking The Walking Dead, because there's nothing there left. Like, come up with a new show, a new story, because like that is a lot of times what people want to see, not the same old junk. Okay, barely everyone, just even Dan, wants the Walking Dead universe to just be done. Like, just end it already. Like, it's just not there anymore.
Yeah, this is why part of me is kind of hoping you could have, mention, my Walking Dead reboot series slash main show more. Like, even my Walking Dead reboot universe as a whole, like, there's hoping you, mention that more. I mean, you got my permission. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, here's hoping you can, bring it up more, like, mention it more, because
Yeah,
what I'm
I
willing to
will.
get is definitely going to be something.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited what you're gonna do with the CRLM and General Beale and the Alexandria stuff, because when I was doing when I'm doing the Pimple episodes, I'm re-looking back in season 6, and don't get me wrong, I love season 6. It is still my favorite season, but it has the most cracks out of any season. And even though it's still a beautiful season, those cracks turn into giant holes once we go into season 7. You know what I mean? Like because those cracks in Gimple's writing just skyrocket into a million things in later seasons that destroy the franchise. Because yeah, when I re-look at season 6, I'm thinking, what the heck were you thinking, Gimple? Okay, literally, how much crack were you smoking? Like, um, let's see, write a Walking Dead crossover series or Telltale live action. I could do it, man. I could definitely do it. Like the problem is they're not gonna give me the job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do I just show up to AMC in New York City? Like, isn't that their headquarters in New York or something? Like, I'm just gonna show up and be like, hey guys, give me the job. I'm ready to take on the role. They're never gonna give me it. So like that's their loss. Like what am I supposed to do? Like, yeah. I mean, Norman and Lauren are down to keep playing their characters for life. LOL. Listen, if Norman wants to play Daryl until he's 90, and I'm sorry, but needs to get his diaper changed, that is his problem, okay? But Daryl as a character he is not that good of a character to literally go on for life. He is not that good of a character. And neither is Maggie. Maggie has been a frustrating character too, for fans. Like, it's just not enough. Like, a lot of fans are bored with Daryl and Maggie. They're just bored. Um, but yeah, man. Okay, yeah. So
So,
I'm ending the stream soon, guys. I'm really ending the stream soon. Like another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a little early. So sorry about that, but yeah.
so I mentioned The Walker Dead the other day when I chatted with him that one big problem on season 6 was just how pathetic and weak the Alexandrians are. Like I mentioned before, fact then, thank you. have like first of all, Carter dies within his first episode. Then thank you
So weak.
have the guy that was being Rick, and then 5 minutes later he's on the ground, his neck by Walker. And you have the guy who shot Scott. He runs off, gets devoured by walkers. Like Gimple. Like, why are these people so pathetic?
I know, right? It's like it's they make it seem like it makes it seem like the apocalypse never happened and Alexandria's walls were put up on day one. Like that is not what happened. Deanna literally confirmed she came from out of state, and that she was going with her family, and all this stuff happened. You know what I mean? Like they literally confirmed that. Like it's so dumb how they try to make it look like yes, these people have never even seen a walker. That's how terrified they are. No, it doesn't make sense. Alexandra was not there at the beginning. Douglas they confirmed that Deanna, Reg, and Spencer and Aiden, they were the first ones to show up at Alexandria. They were the first ones to get the wall started. Okay, so and they said more people showed up after that, which means that those weak Alexandrians that are like Carter and them, realistically, they would have came across some zombies out there. It doesn't make sense. The Alexandrians were never even this weak in the comics. In the comics, they're not a burden. They add to Rick's group. They add skills. They add, variety of characters. They're actually new, fresh characters, and they add stuff to Rick's group. No, in the show, they're just pathetic. Because, yeah, Carter gets killed by a ninja zombie that he can't even push his ninja zombie off of him. And then David just gets bit by a ninja zombie all of a sudden. And then that guy shoots Scott in the leg. And then the other guy that said that Rick is dangerous, he was napping on the ground. Okay, he was on the ground. And he just immediately, and then they look, and he's already on the ground being eaten. Like, what? Like, he was napping on the ground, outside the walls, away from everyone. Like, it's just like, what the heck? What is this? And then the guy that shot Scott, he got devoured off screen. And then Rick was running back to Alexandria. And then we see that... And then we see that Alexandrian that was dead in the streets. Remember that when Rick cut his arm on the Walker blood machete? Do you guys remember that? There was another dead Alexandrian there. And it's like, what is happening? Like, it's just like these people, man, they're just dying like flies. And I'm like, this is not how it works. There wasn't even that many zombies eating him. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like what happened? It's so unrealistic. 2 years in the apocalypse. People would not die like this.
Right.
This is the reason why I'm so excited to see the Alexandrians in Doctor Dead's reboot series, because he's going to do them way better.
Yep. And I appreciate that because I'm definitely going to try my best. I'm definitely going to, my goal is to do what Gimple failed to do. You know what I mean? Like, because it's obvious Gimple did fail with the Alexandrians. Like, come on.
And the Hilltop. He failed with Alexandria.
Hilltop, Kingdom, Oceanside.
Oceanside. Oh my goodness, man.
I'm being serious. He failed. I'm being dead serious when I say this. He legitimately failed not just Hilltop and Alexandria, but somehow he failed the Oceanside, the Kingdom. I'm like, Gimple, what are you doing? Like, I had to throw it out. I'm sorry. I had to throw it out there because I'm like, Gimple, what are you doing? Like, I don't know how much drugs he was smoking, but it's like, come on.
Yeah, he really is. He's thinking about. Yeah, Gimple was on drugs. That is what I clearly show in my pimple series. Remember what I said where he's like, I knew I made the right call when I smoked 30 cases of cocaine. Like, it's just, he like, Gimple's just always on drugs. Like, that, because no sane person in the world legitimately thinks this is good writing. Like, at all. Because it's just not. Gimple's a hack. All right, guys.
I know I've ranted about this before, but that Ninja Walker, like, can see
so
6 episodes. That no freaking sense. fact that Dave is just standing there with his back turned, and a freaking Walker comes out of nowhere and bite like that. That makes no sense.
What about Tina's death? Like, Tina's death is one of the dumbest deaths in the franchise.
Because of how Gimple did it.
Yeah, because of how he did it. Because, like I said,
Like, really?
even the wiki itself is like, yeah, she somehow falls forward into them. Like, even the wiki itself is just like, yeah, let's just go with it. Like, all right, guys, another last couple questions, and then I gotta go.
Okay.
Hey Brian,
Um,
so my last question to you: I think Carl's death, the was the downfall for The Walking Dead.
um, it wasn't the start. It really just depends, you know what I mean, on what you consider the downfall of The Walking Dead. Obviously, in season 6, there were cracks, and then let's remember Beth's death in season 5. That was a huge crack in The Walking Dead that led to its
I
downfall.
I did not
Like,
like that.
right, because
I
Gimple
hated
was
that.
like, hey, all this screen time we gave Beth, all this development, it was just to kill her off.
Oh my gosh.
And like I mentioned to Walker Dead when I chatted with him, don't like how they literally dangled Beth in front of us. Like they dangled Beth in front of us like a little carrot. Like she got separated from Daryl in 4B, and we were waiting for her to reunite with Maggie, and then Gimple kills her off in season 5, and they don't give us a freaking payoff. I hated that.
Beth should never died within the Walking Dead TV show / original main show. And that's
Well,
just me being honest. And it's like,
yeah.
really, Gimple?
Yeah.
Like to me, bro. Like like one of the worst things that Gimple ever did, in my opinion, was the fact that he never gave us a payoff with Beth.
No, see, because that's Gimple. He sets it up. He does little things. He sets up. He spends so much time setting up awesome ideas and stuff, and then boom, he does a switcheroo to subvert expectations, just to be like, see, I'm an amazing writer. I did the thing that you guys weren't expecting. No, Gimple, like how you did with the CRM, you're just a hack. You know, like he did this with the CRM. He does this with everything in stories. He makes you think he's gonna go one way because that's how he's setting it up. He's setting up something big, right? He's setting up some story, some war, some reunion, some whatever. You know, some hey, who's back in Daryl Dixon? You know, blank returned. Oh no, it was just a feeling returned. See what I mean? Gimple loves to tease these things, loves to set it up, make the fans theorize, get excited, and then just be like, oh no, see, you were overthinking it. It's actually this incredibly retarded thing that required one brain cell to come up with. Because that's how Gimple does it. He keeps trying to throw fans in a loop, being like, see, I'm not going to give you guys what you want. Because he's a moron.
And let's not forget the Morales thing in season 8, where he reintroduces Morales in season 8, episode 2, only for in episode 3, Daryl shot him in the head with an arrow, and like, yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. All of a sudden, Gimple just revealed that, hey, Morales is back. Morales is back. How is this going to matter? Fans are going to be excited, theorize. He's back. What's the story behind that? Oh no, just Daryl kills him. See what I mean? Gimple loves to do something, throw something in there, build up something, and then it doesn't matter in the end. It was all pointless. The meaning behind it is nothing. Gimple wants us to be nihilists because nothing matters in his writing. There is nothing that he does that matters. Like, everything is pointless. Everyone dies. There is no point to anything that happens in The Walking Dead because it's just pointless. Nothing matters in The Walking Dead, how Gimple does it. Oh, what? Alexandria needs to protect itself, or this and that, the kingdom? No, they all go away. You know, it's just, There is what about the fear stuff? What is the point of all the fear stuff that happens? Nothing. No point. What is the point of Troy's death? Nothing. Like, you know what I mean? There is nothing that matters in the Walking Dead universe. Nothing. Gimple, nothing matters. He just likes to subvert expectations.
This is one of the reasons why I'm so excited for Walker Dead's reboot series, because it's going to be The Walking Dead how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's gonna be what they should have done. Like, it's like, hey, Gimple, you have the comic, you have a brain, use them, and he couldn't do that. So now Walker Dead has to do his job for him. It's just, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I agree. And let's not forget that, my Walking Dead reboot universe is gonna, it's not just gonna smoke AMC's Walking Dead universe. It's gonna be what we should have gotten off the bat.
Yeah.
Because as much as I enjoyed seasons 5 and 6 of the Walking Dead TV show / original main show, it did have some issues. I'm not denying that. However, characters, some characters did die, and I'm like, no, I'm a Gimple. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man.
Like Noah, Jesse,
Oh, yeah.
Glenn, Abraham, Carl. I'm like, Beth, I'm like, Gimple, no, what are you doing?
Oh, gosh. Noah's death. Man, that was so racist. Like,
but you get my point. Like, Gimple pulled a 360 and was killing off whoever he wanted.
Right, and he wasn't.
Hey, Brian.
Hold on, man. And he wasn't thinking of, hey, maybe I should keep this character for this point in the story, or for this death. Maybe I shouldn't kill willy-nilly, because this character has some fans, has some potential. It's funny, Gimple killed off the characters with the highest potential for the franchise, just because he wanted
Glenn.
the character. With Glenn, Carl,
Jesse.
Beth, Jesse, Noah. He killed off characters with more story to tell, more potential, just so he can keep Daryl and Carol around, and characters like that. Except, yeah. Go ahead, Simba. Last couple things, and then I gotta go.
Like, that's one thing I couldn't stand about Carl's death, is the fact that that's one thing I couldn't stand about Carl's death, is the fact that it made all of his character growth, all of his development, all of his arc and development growth throughout the first 7 seasons pointless.
Yeah, exactly. Everything that Carl been through.
Yep, you're like us watching this little boy from season 1, literally grow from a scared little kid to how he was in season 7. All that's pointless because he died in season 8. Pointless.
And not only that, to give his story to Judith, to give his story to a mix of Henry and Judith, that was disrespectful. Like, okay, why give Henry? And this is another thing too. Why give Henry some of Carl's comic book story just to have him become a victim?
Because
making Lydia absolutely pointless.
Because Walker Dead, you're forgetting the important thing. Norman's paycheck. They have to kill off the characters they don't need. The characters they can sacrifice for Norman's paycheck.
Oh my gosh. Why am I not surprised by that?
Because I've said this a million times, that really amazing with Rick and Carl, where they're sitting in the barn and Rick's saying to Carl, people are gonna die, I'm gonna die, Mom. That scene now is tainted, but ruined forever because Carl died in season 8.
Yeah.
Also, Brian, real quick, and not to cut you off, Brian, real quick, how would you feel, real quick, that scene during season 3, episode 13, titled "I Have To," within my Walking Dead reboot series / main show, where Reboot Morgan is talking with Rick, and Morgan's like, your son, is still alive? And Rick's like, yeah. No. And Reboot Morgan's like, your son, is he dead? And then Reboot Rick's like, no. And then Morgan's like, no? Good, because he won't be. He won't be. Why? Because the good people, the weak ones, they always die. And the bad people do too. Wait, what did you think of that scene? Because it was definitely a middle finger.
Yeah.
To Gimple.
Yeah, I like it when you do things like that. Like, yeah, and also just make the writing better because yeah, like no one talks like this. It's like your son will be dead. Like that's what Morgan literally said to Rick. He will be dead, and Rick doesn't say anything back. Like it's like, and Gimble tries to make it seem like, we had this plan since season three, because Morgan teased that Rick would not be able to save Carl, so it's coming back. Gimble, shut up. You did not plan this all the way since back then. You did not. It was last minute because you didn't want to kill off Morgan because you wanted to put Morgan in fear to make it the Morgan show. So yeah. All right, guys. Last questions, and then I'm out. Last
And
Yeah, my
what
last.
and
Oh, go on,
what
bro.
did you think about what I said about? Yeah.
Um, about the stuff with Carl being pointless. Like, yes, everything with Carl was
No,
pointless.
no, about the scene in season two with Carl and Rick in the barn where Rick was like people are gonna die, I'm gonna die, Mom,
Oh,
and
yes.
like that scene being like tainted and pointless because Carl died in season eight.
Right, exactly. It's completely pointless and doesn't matter. It's all just made pointless now because of that. Yeah, that's very true. An original scene we didn't. Um, yeah, you know what? It's just pointless now. That's all I can say about it. All right, Walker Dead. Your last question.
Yeah, and then my last main question for you, Bri. Like, how funny is it that TV show Morgan was like to Rick, yeah, yeah, good, or something along the lines of, no, in regard where Morgan and Rick were like, talking and in the Walking Dead TV show, and Morgan's like, oh, your son, is he still alive? Or no, is he dead? And then Rick's like, no, and then Morgan's like, no, he will be. But I reversed that within my walk into reboot series class main shows where Morgan's like, he won't be because what did you
Yeah,
think about that?
yeah. That's
That thing.
good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that change because yeah, because yeah, like I said, if somebody told Benjamin like yeah some that this blank person you care about are yeah you're not going to be able to protect them, they will die, he would be like, what the, he will say, what the fudge did you just say? Like he will go in their face and be like, you listen to me, okay, I will protect them no matter what, okay, so shut the fudge up. Like he would call that person out, like yeah, I just want to mention that real quick. But yeah,
And one more thing, Brian. I said this to Walker Dead the other day when I talked to him. Is that AMC kind of had it? They kind of like made a missed opportunity, and that is they really should have done a webisode like focused on Morgan who actually gets his wife get bit, and like they should have done a webisode on that stuff.
they couldn't because they would have to get the actor for Dwayne to look younger. There's no way. All
He
right,
meant
guys.
he meant like, oh, why didn't they do it back then? Like when they had the actors.
I I don't know. I don't know. I guess they just didn't think ahead with the webisodes, Um, you know what I mean? Because like with Morgan, they had to bring it back in season three, and by that time, like I don't know, for the webisodes, they kind of didn't want to go crazy with it. They started with the bicycle girl, and that's how they kind of. By the time they started the webisodes, like I think the damage was already done. The actor for Dwayne was just already getting older. You know what I mean? By the time they were maybe thinking about it. But also, Lenny James is very popular as an actor, and maybe the wife didn't want to come back. I mean, who knows? All right, guys, I gotta go now. Thank you guys so much for talking with me. This was a dispatch stream, and yet we talked more about Walking Dead, which is kind of funny. Um, so yeah, guys, I gotta go. Um, I gotta go now. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
You too, man. I got to go myself, and yeah, have a good rest of your night. It was good talking with you about The Walking Dead and Dispatch, and I hope you have a good rest of your night, man.
Okay, guys.
Hey Walker Dead. Hey Walker Dead. Before you
All right, guys. Thanks for coming. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye.